Old lamps for new. Old lamps for new.
Welcome back, everyone. Old lamps for new. Let's
Alexander
get out of
can't do
here.
anything with that.
Oh, let's get out of here quickly before he keeps talking to us. So when we left off, we had just explored the scene we're about to leave now in the two shops they're in, but this is a whole new area, and we're going to see... Oh, wait, someone's coming out the door. Let's take a look.
There's a young girl in the yard. The girl is dressed in a long, plain orange robe with a thick headdress. From the appearance of her clothes, and from a skittish, fearful look about her, Alexander gets the strong impression that she is a servant, or even worse, a slave. The serving girl appears to be stealing a quiet moment tending the rose bushes.
Oh, let's talk to her. Oops. Oh.
You lazy thing! Get back to work and stay away from those roses! I've told you 1,000,000 times, those flowers are too sweet for the likes of you! You've still got to do the breakfast dishes, make lunch, and clean the stables yet this morning! And get your veil back on! No one wants to look at your face!
Yes, stepmother.
Wow.
Alexander can't see any way to hold a conversation with that.
What? With that?
There is no reply.
I must not clicked on it the first time. Surely he wasn't calling her a that. Let's look around and maybe we'll see if we can go in here and talk to this old, mean old biddy.
A pot, etched by the natural elements of the island, decorates the porch. Red roses beautifully cover the top of the house's fence and gate arbor.
Can I pick any of these roses, maybe?
Alexander has not been invited to pick the family's roses.
Fair enough.
Alexander doesn't want to intrude on private property unless he's been invited.
You won't even talk to him?
Palm trees, as graceful as gazelles, wave in the warm tropical breeze.
You know, I know having narrators is pretty common in these adventure games, but who is this? Is this a voice in his head? Because he seems to know everything Alexander is thinking about. Alright, let's walk around this corner and see where this path goes. You gotta click right on the end of that screen. Whoa!
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the way to the next island.
I don't trust you.
A young boy is happily swimming in the sea off the docks.
Come
Let's
on,
talk to
jump in. A little water won't hurt you.
Sure it won't, guy.
Good day. I'm Alexander. What are you doing in the sea?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm swimming. I mean, come join me. The water's wonderful. I can show you the way to the next island.
How do you know I want to go to the next island?
What are you waiting for? I said I'd show you how to get to the next island, didn't I?
What's up with his face? Look, there's something with his eye. I don't trust this dude. Whoa!
That's strange. The young boy in the water just disappeared. Oh well, perhaps he just dove under the water.
Yeah, that's what happened. Surely. He ninja vanished in a puff of smoke. Hold on. No.
An old canvas bag full of sand hangs off the side of the boat. It was most likely used as a bumper when docking the boat against the pier, but it's rather pointless now.
Can I collect it?
A worn wooden vessel has been dry docked on a jetty. The boat is in sad shape. A hole in the hull and the condition of its boards make it obvious that the vessel is no longer seaworthy.
Oh, I'm gonna collect this bag.
Alexander wouldn't know what to do with the old bag of sand.
It's an adventure game, man. Just pick it up. Come on. Find a use for it. There better not be a moment in this game where a bag of sand would come in handy. Just gonna say that now. Where am I going? There's a door.
Yeah, what do you want?
I want to talk.
Alexander promises himself that he will not go home until he has determined what Casima's feelings are for him,
No.
and if she needs his help.
I didn't mean to click on myself, although it is interesting to hear.
Excuse me. My name is Alexander. The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
I understand. I'd just like to talk to you about the islands if you don't mind.
Well, I guess it'd be all right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside. What is it you wanted to talk about, young man?
Well, let me take a look around first.
Alexander is sitting inside the ferry's cabin.
Excuse me.
The place displays the neatness of a seaman and the sparseness of a bachelor. There are few frills and comforts in the rough wooden environment, but the sunlight shines cheerily on the oaken beams, and the portholes admit a pleasant breeze. Several oil lamps are strategically placed around the boat's cabin to illuminate the island's dark nights. A cabinet with a dry sink lines one wall of the cabin.
This music is great, yo. It really is. Bum, bum.
A table is positioned in front of two plain wooden chairs. The table consists of a board placed over a small barrel. There's a rabbit's foot on the table. The ferryman's bunk looks hard and uncomfortable. No wonder he can be so cranky.
Let's talk to him.
I'm a visitor to these islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Well, for one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked?
Huh. It just ain't safe to sail these days. What with the islands feuding and all. Wazir Al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me, I don't think she'll ever see water again.
But why are the islands feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing. 'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly.
Then this unrest is recent.
A few years is all, but it's been long enough.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired.
This old thing? This ferry's been out of water so long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater.
But there must be some way to get off this island.
There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the Pawnshop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander.
A pawn shop. Okay, we've been there. Can I have your... whatever this was?
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you?
Yay.
Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Perhaps it will at that. Thank you.
I really like Alexander's voice actor. I guess that's about all we can do here.
Alexander doesn't want to take the ferryman's lamps. He obviously has little enough to offer him comfort.
Well, I think I'll be going now. Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Posh, not at all. It breaks the boredom, if you know what I mean.
He's really sad and lonely. He couldn't leave this boat. That's on him, man. Alright, we're gonna head back to the pawn shop, I suppose. It seems to be our next objective, is to get this magic map. Now, I do recall the magic map, and in the prior video I talked about thinking I knew what that book was in the bookstore. I thought that might have been, excuse me, that might have been the map, but unfortunately I was wrong. Or I guess it's not unfortunate, who cares? In fact, I'm happy to be wrong because I want this game to be fresh and new. So that's cool. I just knew, I don't know how to get it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm clearing my throat, guys. I don't know how to get it, but I do know that it allows us to transport back and forth. So, not a major spoiler. He just told us that. A whole answer for you. Yeah, we know. We know.
Good
Whoa,
day.
bro, man.
A mysterious old man also patronizes the pawn shop. He steals sidelong glances at Alexander from under his hood.
Okay.
Good day, sir.
The old man just glares at Alexander and does not reply.
Interesting. He's the same dude that was in the bookstore before, I believe.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it. It was quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
What do you consider equal value? To me, a magic map that lets you transport between islands, especially when your ferry is out of business, is extremely valuable, and the fact that he has this under his counter, just forgot about it, is quite interesting. And I mentioned, I pointed out because I didn't know if we'd really see it again, but this guy right here, his eye or something is glinting, as you could see. So we just noticed that guy in the water was doing the same. Something's going on there, I believe. We have a few items. We have some kind of book, a mint, the rabbit's foot, our ring, and I believe that's the poem. I'm not sure what to give him, and I'm not sure if this is going to be a dead end and we can get these items back or not. It's a pawn shop. I imagine we could collect them back. That's kind of how pawn shops work. But I'm going to save, and then what we'll do is we will trade an item and begin from there. So for now, we'll call it, and we'll pick up shortly.